I agree. Our teachers are one of the lowest paid in the country. I think we're 47th as far as teacher pay. And we've got a lot of issues in our bordering counties here in the northern Panhandle, eastern Panhandle. We see it in Morgantown. You can go across the state line, and in Martinsburg, you can go across the state line and make $20,000 a year more. So things like locality pay, we need to open the book back on how to do that and how to keep teachers in our state. And we need to do more just across the board to reward good teachers. Teachers that aren't performing right need to go, and we need to quit hiding. The biggest thing I see in education, there's way too much bureaucracy and not enough money spent in the classroom. And we need, this audit that's going on is a good thing. I think it'll open a lot of eyes. We probably need to do that in every county in the state. It's only being done in a select few. But there's a lot of waste in education.
Thank you. Mr. Tom. Educators often point out that the pay they receive in West Virginia does not compare favorably to other states. Should we increase educators' pay? If so, by how much and when, and where will we find the money to do that?
Well, absolutely. I think our teachers should be making more money. They're the ones that we entrust our kids with out there and want them to have the best education. Obviously, West Virginia, does not have enough money to do the kind of things, the kind of pay that we'd like to do. I'd love to see them at the state or the national medium. But one of the things that I did try to do this year is in those shortage areas like math and science, to be able, if we cannot get differential pay in this state, which I would think would have a hard time doing right now, at least for those students coming out of college that major in math or science, that to be able to pay off their student loans, which is usually pretty big at times. I'll probably try that again next year or next January when we come in. But I think that we've got to get qualified, certified teachers into our classroom out there, and that was one suggestion on the way that we could get those math and science teachers in the classroom where we need them so desperately.
Mr. Baber, educators often point out that the pay they receive in West Virginia does not compare favorably to other states. Should we increase educators' pay? If so, by how much and when, and where will we find the money to do that?
Yes, we should. We should do it now, and probably $4,000 or $5,000 per teacher would be a really good start. Where's it going to come from? Well, as I've said before, I'm going to sound a little bit like a broken record, but we ought to be one of the wealthiest states in the nation. Let's continue to get a little more from coal and gas. We're going to have the Marcellus shale gas rush. It's time for West Virginia to come into the 21st century. We've given too much for too long. We can get more money for our teachers and for everything else we need. But we're an energy-producing state, and we need to get more for West Virginians. I am for West Virginia first. That's the governor's responsibility to take care of the entire state, not the special interests.
Mr. Maloney, do you have a rebuttal on that?
I just wanted to add, our daughter Lauren just started her first teaching job. Too bad it's in North Carolina, but she's making pretty good money in North Carolina. And we want to get her home, and we want to get teachers to be paid more here, so she'll want to come home.
Mr. Tomlin, anything to add? Mr. Baber, anything to add to that?
Well, my son will soon be a graduate of Glenville State College's education program, and I sure would like for him to stay. It would have been wonderful if he could have gone home to Richwood, West Virginia and be a teacher there, but having been mayor of the dying, sad town of Richwood, West Virginia, he will have no such opportunity. This story has been replicated in West Virginia for generations, over and over and over again. Our best and brightest leave us, so we have to find mechanisms to keep them.